This project for the NDSU Computer Science capstone is titled Harmonizing Network Switch and Router Configuration Interfaces. On behalf of Architecture Technology Corporation, located in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, we were tasked with creating a reference implementation of a web GUI for the CRR1000 Tactical VPN router, also known as the ARIS router, which stands for ATCorp Routing and Encryption Suite. This router is mainly used in military aircraft, such as the ones you see here on the right. The problem we were given is that changing the ARIS router settings requires manual configuration of a JSON file through a command line interface, which may be intimidating for inexperienced users. You can see a very basic example of that file here on the right. As its companion switch comes with its own web interface, we plan to create a new router GUI with a similar look and feel that would allow configuration of both pieces of equipment from one central location. To accomplish this task, we used Trello to track our backlog and multiple GitHub repositories for version control. We set up 2 VMs using VirtualBox to stand in for the router for our testing. To create this web interface, we ran an instance of Apache Web Server that served our front end written using the Vue framework. We also built a backend API in Express that handled file reads and writes, as well as validation. The front end generates a configuration table from the JSON file passed in through the Express API from the router, allows modifications, and then saves it back to the router along the same path. Finally, to be able to embed the switch interface in our own through an iframe, we also configured Apache as a reverse proxy to the switch. As a part of our project, and to test our reverse proxy, we were given access through a VPN to a virtual environment with multiple hosts and VMs that were physically connected to the switch. To share progress and stay accountable, we held twice weekly meetings with our mentors at ATCorp. One possible risk looking forward is that the NIAP certification for the router may need to be retested as a result of the additional software installed. There are too many challenges throughout this project to list them all in this video, but you can see a small sampling here in the table on the right. This is the main router configuration table, which allows for links to be added, modified, or removed. You'll notice there's a tab on the left to instead view the switch interface. This interface is served by the switch and then rehosted locally through our Apache reverse proxy, allowing full functionality inside our own interface. In addition, we've added some validation of our own to help users avoid disconnecting themselves from the switch.